Hi there, my name is June, and thank you for joining me for today's 30-minute balance and flexibility session. This session will focus on some heart-opening movements that will allow you to improve your range of motion, increase your flexibility, and a lot of flowing movement, transitioning from one to the other. It's feel-good movement that challenges your balance as well. All you'll need is a sturdy chair. We'll be sitting the entire time. You'll also need a squishy Pilates ball, as well as a long elastic band, and then 2 paper plates. If you're working on a hardwood surface, you can also substitute a washcloth as well. Actually, 2 washcloths. So I'm going to put these away because I want to make sure to clear your space and get ready as you join me and have a seat in your chair. While you're sitting in your chair, remember to sit forward so that you can be very aware and conscious of where your body is in time and space. We're going to begin by just actually experiencing some breath and movement. So take both of your hands, wrap them around your waist, take your thumbs and let them rest right at the back of where your rib cage begins. Wrap your fingers around your waist, drop your shoulders, lift your heart, and then let's focus on your breath. So breathe in, and as you do, feel the torso expand. And then exhale. As you do, feel your torso reduce in diameter. Breathe in, should feel really good. Exhale, and then inhale. Let's add some arms. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, let the fingers just rain down, nice and gentle. And again, inhale, reach. This feels so good to me. And fingertips just rain down, beautiful. Place your hands on either side of your chair, heels of your hands there, roll your shoulders back. Feel the heart begin to open as you do that, and the shoulder blades pull together. As you do, it'll allow you to feel a little bit taller, almost as if you feel a string is attached to the top of your head and it's pulling you towards the ceiling. Take a breath. As you're inhaling, let's round the lower base of your spine under. So your tailbone rolls under. Your pubic bone comes forward, but your heart remains lifted towards the ceiling, then release. Let's do that again. Exhale as you do. And then inhale, sit up on top of your sits bones. One more time, your sitting bones. Then roll back. Perfect. And then release. Nice job. Hands release from your chair. Reach your fingers towards your ankle. Reach. Now make sure your right hip stays grounded. Pull yourself up. Do the same thing to your right side. Reach. Now what I'd like to do, and if you'll join me, feel free, bend my elbow to get a little bit more depth on that left side. Now let's do the same thing on the right side. Reach. Nice. We'll do one more. Then we'll add a little twist when we come back to your right side. Take your left hand, place it on the outside of your thigh, and twist, pulling your right shoulder blade back, and then come back forward. Let's do the same thing on your left side. Right hand comes across, pull your left shoulder blade back, take a gaze over your left shoulder. Come back. Let's do that one more time, only because it just feels so good. Reach. I love twisting. And I get to look at those pretty flowers that are over there. Aren't they beautiful? As you know, if you take some of my classes, you'll note I always like to have flowers around. They just make me smile. Yes, now let's focus on your legs. Take your right leg forward, your left leg back, and then holding on to your chair, let's switch. And then switch. Take note how your body starts to hinge forward and back. That allows for you to maintain core engagement of your torso. So your core is working. As you're just sliding your feet back and forth, perfect. Now feet together. Lift your heels up and down, perfect. 2 more, please. Now let's reverse this and lift your toes towards your shins. Lift and lower, perfect. 2 more here. Allow your hands to come, your arms to come by your side with your hands facing the ceiling. Now pretend you've got a tray you're holding on to. Reach it forward, hold, open your heart, feel that mild back extension. Open the arms. Ah, feel the chest open. Inhale, lift. It's like you're pushing something up to the ceiling, and then let the arms float back down to where you started. Let's do that again. Reach forward with the arms. Lift your heart open. Open the arms. Feel more openness. Fingers reach towards the ceiling, and then let them just drop. Let's do one more. It's such a pretty move, and it feels so good. Open your heart. Feel that change in the music start to come. Lift your hands up. Beautiful. And as we're doing this, we're breathing, right? Take a deep breath in. Exhale, arms out. Inhale, sweep to the ceiling. Exhale, let it go. Can you do one more? Inhale, reach. Open. Exhale, inhale, arms come to the ceiling. Let the fingertips float down, and then sit just a little bit further back on your chair. Take your left hand right towards your chest. Right hand fingertips touch. Your left arm goes up and your right arm goes down. Now pull open your chest by opening up your pulling your shoulder blades together, and then come back to where we started. Your right arm reaches at that right diagonal. Your left arm goes down. Open, then bring both hands back to start. Let's do that again. Left arm reaches up. Right arm down. Bring them together. Come back to center and repeat. Right arm. Left arm down. Come back to center. Now side twist to your right side. Twist. Come back together. Twist by pulling your shoulder blade on your left side back. As you do, your eyes will follow. So we're also doing a little bit of eye tracking here. Twist. Coming back, we have one more. Lovely. Come back to center. Release the arms. Roll your shoulders. Now let's come back to this position again and twist to your right. Let your eyes follow. Open up both of your arms. Hold. Come back together. Let your eyes come back to center. And let's repeat this on the left. Open up both arms. Come back together. Can we try that just a little bit quicker? Let's give the shoulders a break. Here you go. Let's twist right and open. Let your eyes follow. Left side, left and open. Can we do one more each side? Twist. And let's do one more on your left. Reach and back. Perfect. Heels of your hands on your chair. Let's lift your heels up and down. Perfect. Keep going. Yes. Now, we're going to add on to this. And right now, we're going to just continue to lift your heels up and down. But your heels of your hands will be on the chair. And as you lift your heels, you're going to lift your heart. Hold for a moment. Let your palms open. Release, creating some beautiful openness in your heart. Do that again. Reach. Let's add a little flow. So we go here, reach. Hands come to your heart center and hold. Do that again. Heels lift, open up, reach the arms up. Hands come to your heart center. Push those heels down. Let's do one more. You ready? Heels up and squeeze the shoulder blades together. Lift your arms up. And we come back together. That was lovely. Roll your shoulders back. And let's just start to rock side to side. I call this a body sway. So hold on to your chair if you need to, and just go to your left side and reach to your right. Now, if you want to open up your legs and maybe start to add some arms, notice how I'm lifting my heel. You can do the same. So lift your left heel as your left arm comes across. Your right arm comes across. Now, let's add a little bigger movement here. Why not, right? Let's sweep. Bigger feels good, doesn't it? Now, remember, you maintain the range that works best for you. And again, sweep and sweep. And again, it just feels good, doesn't it? And then just stay here and just rock side to side, letting your shoulder lift up towards your ear. Perfect. Now, hands here, open and close, open and close. Now, I'm keeping my elbows fairly close to my body. You do the same, not super close, but just let those arms Go back and forth with your palms facing the ceiling, letting the shoulder rotators warm up a little bit. 2 more. 1 more. Now let's add a twist. Twist. Notice how my leg's coming over? Let's do the same thing on the other side. Twist and back. Do you hear that change? We're getting ready for another little change. We're going to reach for our band in a moment. Beautiful. Last one. Bring your feet together. Remember, hope you're having some water handy. Grab a drink. And the first thing we'll do is grab our long band. So here's my long band. I'm going to open up this band. I'm going to put it behind my back. So all we're doing is taking your band, taking it behind your back with your palms facing forward. Grab onto the band and give yourself a little bit of slide down either end where you have about maybe a 6 to 8 inch tail. I call it a tail in the end. From here, shoulders back. Let's just take your left arm out to the side. Now this band is allowing us to gain a little bit more resistance as we do this. 1 more here, ready? Then let's switch to your right side and do the same thing before we move into 2 arms at the same time. Reach and pull back in. Can you feel that beautiful mild stretch? Beautiful. Now, if you feel you want a little more resistance, you're in charge. So you get to use whatever resistance you need on your band by just either moving your hands further away to make it easier or a little closer to your body to make it a little bit more difficult. You're always in charge, right? Here goes your arms. Reach, open up your heart, and bring it back. Now you'll probably note the band made me move a little bit along your back, and that's okay. Reach. Nice. 1 more time. Beautiful. Last one here. Now notice how I've lifted my heart. Can you do that with 1 more repetition? So take your arms and extend them out and lift your heart. Come back to the center and place this band right on your lap. Notice how I just crossed it? Then take your hands to your chair, roll your shoulders back, and let's think a little bit about retraction. So pull the shoulders back. Nice. And release. Now what is shoulder retraction? That just means pulling your shoulder blades towards one another. I like to use an analogy of a walnut in between your shoulder blades. Hands at your side. Place that walnut between your shoulder blades and crack that walnut and release it. Let's do that 2 more times. Ready? Make sure that your shoulders are away from your ears. And release 1 more time. Beautiful. Nice. Now, hands on your lap just for a moment. Separate your feet about hip width apart. So take your band, and we've already crossed it in front, right? So now grab it here. Elbows to your side, palms up, thumbs are up as well. Just let the arms out. Feel that tightness around your waist, but it's more for us to allow the rotators in your shoulders to work. There we go. Now you should be feeling the back of your arms and the back of your shoulders in this particular exercise. And reach. Nice. We have 3 more here. It's a nice opening up of the chest. Shoulder retraction is an important exercise because you have the ability to open up your heart and feel more openness rather than the rounded position of our torso that sometimes we're too often in. Take the band from behind your back. Place it underneath your right foot. Now, actually we can do both. I'm actually going to change my mind here and do both. What we want to do is hinge forward from our hip. Then reach down a little bit so that you have a bit of a tail. Now the arms are not going to move. It's your shoulders that are moving. So I want you to sit up tall, pull your shoulders back. Good. Hold on to it as you hinge forward and then release. Pull your shoulders back and then sit tall. Unhinging, coming forward, and then release the band. Pull the band by pulling your shoulders back, sit up, and then again, nice. We have 1 more of these, this is all for the upper body. Pull back, shoulders back, nice. and then release, remove the band from your left foot. Then, holding on, lift up this foot, your left foot, holding on by keeping your shoulders open, bending your elbows, extend out, nice. And then come back in and push down. Let's do one more before we do the other side. Pull it up, extend that leg out, and in and push down. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. So this gives us the opportunity to work the muscles in the front and back of your leg, right? So as you pull the band up under here, stretch out. Feel that nice length in your hamstring. Pull it back up, then push down to work your hamstring. Let's do one more. You're always maintaining a little bit of tension on that band. Lift up, hold, and then push it down. Nice job, that was great. Beautifully done. Now, putting the band off to the side for a moment, sitting more forward on your chair, take your left leg out and in 4 times. We got a little movement here. Now let's do a little circle with the leg. Lift up, lift, and back. One more time here. Up and over, and back. Right leg goes. 4, and 3. 2 more here. 1 more here. Ready for that roundabout on this side. Lift your right leg, circle it, and come back. 1 more here. Beautiful. Nice job. Are you ready for some paper plate time? So again, if you don't have paper plates and you are on a surface that is slidable, like a hardwood floor or tile, you can use 2 washcloths instead. But I'm going to take my paper plates. We're going to add on to what we just did. So the paper plates go on the ground, and each of your ball of your foot, of each foot, goes on top of that plate. We ready? Sit nice and tall, and we're going to take your left leg forward and your right leg back. Let's make a switch here. Right leg comes forward, left leg comes forward. Nice. And again, beautiful. And press gently the ball of your foot into your plate as you move the plates forward and back. Now bring your feet together, take the left leg out and right leg out. Similar to what we did before, but when we have a paper plate or something underneath our foot, we create friction with the floor surface and your foot, which adds to resistance. So now we're getting a little bit more work for your muscles. 1 more left and right. Now hold on to your chair. Both legs, please. Let's go out and in. Beautiful. You've got it. Now this time, only your left leg. Here we go, left. Now cross it over or attempt to cross it over. So going a little bit of a diagonal here, a little push forward and back. Now we get a little bit of movement from the knee joint. 2 more. Are you ready to do the same thing on the other side? Here we go. Take your right leg out, cross, out, cross. So now you're moving your hips as well, right? 2 more here. Here comes 1. And then 2. And again, left and cross. You can always hold on to your chair. 2 more. Now you're right. 4 times. 1, 2, 3. Last one, 4. Beautiful. Hold your feet on top of the plates for a moment. Roll your shoulders back. Take a deep breath in. Arms up. They float down. Just taking a little bit of a break here. 1 more time, deep breath in, lift up, and then release, and let's take those plates away, move them off to the side, just for a few moments, and sitting back to where we were, let's widen our stance here. Let's do a little bit of flexibility work here. Take your right leg, extend it out at a diagonal. Now take your right hand, bring it over to your left side, dropping your right shoulder, keeping your torso nice and tall. Can you feel that nice stretch start to begin here? Beautiful. Drop the shoulder more, take a twist towards your left side. Take a look over your left shoulder, and then, beautiful. Now this time, take your right arm up, and we stretch over to the side. Doesn't that feel good? Now let your eyes move over to your left, and then come back to center, looking back at me, and then back. and center. Beautiful. So now let's take this right leg, bend your knee, extend your left leg. Left and right hands on your thigh, dropping your left shoulder. Look over your right shoulder, hold. Come back and look towards me. Eye tracking again. Can you feel the difference with that eye tracking? Then lift the arm up, stretch. Now eye tracking over your right shoulder and back. Eye tracking over your right shoulder again. Beautiful. Release. Bring your legs back together. Take a deep breath in. And release those arms. Lovely. Time to take a quick little water break. Ball is going to come behind our back in a moment, but first, take a few sips. Refresh yourself. One more. Now reach into my bucket or your bucket or wherever you have your ball. And always remember that when you are working with equipment, you want to make sure you have an area that you can push it to the side to so it never gets in your way. This ball is so soft and pliable. It is probably one of my favorite pieces of equipment because number one, it's simple, it's small, you can put it anywhere. It just is this feel-good type of piece of, I'm going to call it a tool, an exercise tool to help you engage your core more. You're going to take this ball and place it behind your back between your shoulder blades. And it feels really good, right? Doesn't it feel good? I don't want you to feel that good that you slouch. I want you to be very aware of where you are in time and space. So sit nice and tall with the heels of your hands on the side of the chair. Push away and drop your shoulders. Now, as you breathe in, you're going to lift your torso towards the ceiling, looking up. You can let the hands go if you like. And you maybe want to even open up the arms to the side. Release the arms back down, place your hands on the side of your chair, and come back and hold. Are you ready? Arms out. Here we go. Lift up. Arms reach. Pull those muscles in your abdominals in and release. And we have one more. Take a deep breath in. Reach. And release. That is awesome. Nice job. Now, from here, let's rock side to side. I call this a hip sway. I'm pressing my upper body into the back of my chair. So you do the same. Gently press your rib cage and spinal column at the midpoint in your body. Just rock side to side. Let's slow this down a little slower. Go slow. Push the hip down. Lift your hip, reach. Lower your hip, one more here. Beautiful. Last one. Oh my goodness, that is great. Now I'm going to grab the ball from behind my back, right? I'm going to hold the ball right here. If you need more support, place one hand on the chair or place the ball away and keep both hands on the chair. So that's your regression if you feel that you're losing balance. We want to make sure that you're protected and that you're safe at all costs, right? So I'm going to take my leg, lift the knee, circle it out, twist, coming back, bringing my foot together, and again, lift up. Now you can do this with your hands on the chair. Take note of what happens to your right leg as you come back. So as you lift your left leg, your heel of your right leg turns, and we come back and bring it back in. We have one more. Here's one of my favorite moves. Lift, dropping the knee a little bit, and turn. We'd like to try that on the other side, right? And remember, you can put the ball down and place your hand on the chair if you need to, and pull it in. And release, lift up, and close. We have four, so that was number one. Lift your right leg, let your left knee drop a little bit. Come back in. This gives us lots of fluid motion through your hip joint. Two more. Here we go, all the way over, twist. Coming back, lift and back. Nice job. Lift it up, all the way over. Beautiful. Coming back, nice job. That was great. So now let's place the ball at our heart. Extend one leg out in front of you. And now relax your ankle joint and then lift and circle your leg 3 times. Now go inward towards your midline. 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Extend your right leg out. You ready? Whichever way you go first is up to you. 2, and then 3. And release. Come back. Woo, 1. Isn't that so easy, right? You may need to hold on to your chair. That's okay. Last one, perfect, nice job. Let's go back to the hip circles. Ball here, you ready? Lift your left knee. Come all the way over to the side, let the right knee drop, and then you pull yourself back and bring your foot together. Your right leg now, lift it up, let your left knee drop, twist, and come back, right leg comes up. Same thing to this side, lift and drop that right knee, come all the way around and back in and back. Your right leg now, here we go, all the way over, drop the knee. It's one of my favorites. We're gonna come back, we're gonna repeat those leg circles again. So your left leg goes out. Relax your ankle joint and then lift the leg a little bit, 3 times, 1 and 2, one more. Keep your body very tall and switch, 1 and 2 and 3, beautiful, extend your leg out. Ready, relax that ankle joint, right? Lift the leg, circle, and circle, remember you can always hold on. The other direction, circle around, 1, and then 2, last 1, and 3, nice job. Now still sitting nice and tall. Take your the ball into your left hand, palms face forward, and then reaching the ball towards the floor. Keep your right hip anchored. So you're only gonna go as far as to where you feel this start to happen. If your hip starts to come up, sit back on your hip. This is your end point right here. Come back center and release and bend sideways. As soon as I feel my left hip, I'm gonna bring it right back to here and reach. And come back, right side. Beautiful, one more right, this is the left. Beautiful, let's take a drink and just take a little breather for a second. Place the ball between your knees because while we're taking a drink, we can just do some thigh squeezes, right? Take a nice sip of your water and take a few sips. It's really important to hydrate. We did some big full body movements here. So whenever we do big movements like that with our body, we want to make sure that we're hydrated. That's important. One more little sip. And now, holding the ball in front. My elbows close to my body, right? So drop your elbows, both sides here, and we're here. Sitting as tall as you can. And remember, should you need to hold on, place the ball between your knees, right? We can still do this here. So I'm gonna keep it here so you can see what's happening. Take a breath in as I exhale. I just allow the tailbone to roll under, but I keep my heart lifted and release. I'm gonna give you a side view. So from here, right, I'm keeping my torso from head to rib straight as I roll just my bottom under. Then I come up and I sit up nice and tall onto my sits bones, never letting my torso come down and under. You're gonna do that, join me, here we go. Exhale as the tailbone rolls under, try to keep your shoulders open, and release. Let's try that without the ball now. Ready, here we go. Curl the tailbone under, and sit tall. So nothing changes from your middle of your waist to your head. Last one here. It's just a nice little warm up for your lower back. Perfect. So let's get rid of the ball. Sit up nice and tall and just roll your shoulders out for a moment. Take your left arm out in front and then move that left arm towards your body with a slight bend in your elbow. Take your left hand and bring it right at the upper portion, I should say mid portion of your arm, pull it across. Then straighten this arm out. Then I'm gonna grab with my thumb and my wrist, my fingers, to pull the arm across. Nice stretch, isn't that? Beautiful hold. And let's do the same thing on this side. Bend your elbow, bring it across your body. Drop your shoulder, arm extends out. Soft bend in your elbow, right? Bring it across. Then slide your hand down so your thumb and your forefinger grab, pull it across while your right shoulder drops a little bit more. And then release. Now drop your left ear to your left shoulder, hold. Can you feel that nice stretch here? And release now your right ear towards your right shoulder and keep pressing your shoulders away from your ears. And then just let yourself bend to your left and come back, bend to your right. We're coming to the end. What a great workout this was, wasn't it? We got to work every single muscle in our body. We did a lot of balance and flexibility work while just remaining completely seated in our chair. Give me a little side twist here and a side twist here. Just flowing the arms just to bring some fluid back into the body. Roll your shoulders back. Let your ankles circle. Reverse. One more. Beautiful. What a great job. Thank you so much for taking the time to give to yourself, I should say, gift to yourself, and joining me for this wonderful session. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Move your body in as little as 10 minutes a day, and it gives you the opportunity to remain more vital and youthful for life. I look forward to seeing you next time. You take care. My name is June.